1 second, guys. We're going to get with it here in a second. But I do not know what happened here, but we lost one of our feeds we did not get. So we're going to have to try this again. I'm going to have to add one and see if I can do it or not. If I'm allowed here, we're going to try it one more time to see if it'll go. Then we're going to get busy. See what happens right here. You hit the limit. All right. And let's say remove this one. Crazy, right? All right, now come on now. What's going on? Save changes. Now let's see if they come up now. I don't know what Wimpkin had come up trying to get this going in here, but we're going to get busy right now anyway. So here we go. They want you to look away. They want you focused on the distractions while the world burns, and the truth is buried under 3 million pages of red tape. We're getting going here now, so hold on 1 second here. I don't know what happened with them. But tonight, the silence ends. From the front lines of the new war in the Middle East to the hollowed out courtrooms of the Department of Justice and right into the heart of America's greatest city, where terror just knocked on the door again. We are the only ones asking the questions they're too afraid to answer. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're awake, because tonight we aren't just reporting the news, we're exposing the agenda. Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. Let's get straight to the fire, shall we? Operation Epic Fury, the 10-day toll. It's been 10 days since the U.S. and Israel unleashed hell on Operation Epic Fury. As today, March 10th, said that it's reporting strikes of over 5,000 targets across Iran. We're talking about the systematic dismantling of the Iranian regime and their missile industry and naval power. More than 50 naval vessels are at the bottom of the sea. So speaking of rot, the Epstein scandal has reached a boiling point. The DOJ, has dumped these 3 million pages. But guess what? 37 pages that they released, there are still some missing. They are just typos? Nah. Those are records involving interview notes, law enforcement reports, and the House Oversight Committee is now subpoenaing to explain, get Pam Bondi in there to explain, because we want the names. Some from Wall Street to Google founders surfacing in these logs that we're missing. They're trying to drown us out and the data so we don't see the mother of all cover-ups happening in real time. So, and finally, the terror in New York, the mother of Satan. Nightmare returned to Manhattan this past weekend. 2 teenagers from Pennsylvania were charged yesterday with an ISIS-inspired IED attack outside of McDumey's residence. They weren't just throwing smoke bombs, they were carrying TATP, the mother of all Satan explosives. Once a speculated investigator, he said he wanted they wanted something bigger than the Boston Marathon. We're going to look at how these kids were radicalized on their phones and why our borders and cities remain wide open because of these Democrats and this level of savagery. We've got all this and so much more on tonight's show, so don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. This is the Conservative Viewpoint, and the show begins now. Hi, everyone. Sorry about that technical glitch on Wimpkin's part. It did not go again, and I know I had it set up right, so it just had a glitch. I had to put it all back in again. So we'll see what's going on here. Let me see if I'm going to play or not. So it's still playing in there right now. So we'll see what's happening. So, hey, guys, welcome to the show. Love to see you guys. Lee's over there in Rumble right now. But yes, we're up and running again. Lee over in Wimpkin. Welcome to the show, guys. We've got Facebook, we got YouTube, we got Twitch, we got X, we got everybody. Rumble and Getter. We got Wimpkin back up. Kicks kicking it. And we're going to start over here with the Getter gang and see who we got here. And I know it was Sean, Patriot. Yes, sir. Radical Right was right there before I even got started. Welcome there, Sean. Hi, everyone else in Getter land right there. Let me find out. We got one Dover over here. Yeah, thank God you can hear me, Dover. All right, Conrad, what's happening, man? All right, let's keep going down through here. We got Shell. Yes, we got Shell. There's Shell. Cecil 1776. What's going on, man? Welcome to the show, guys. It's great to see you. Let's shoot down here. You got to notice I got my glasses on, right? I'm blurry for some reason today. I never am unless I get down here to the Wimpkin Warrior. But now I had to wear them even to read tonight. And I don't usually have to do that. So, hey, we'll see what's going on. We got pictures starting us off tonight in Wimpkin. Gabby Girl's here again. Man, she's blessing us with 3 days in a row. I love it. That's up, Gab. All right. Madeline. Hi, Madeline. Picture. Tammy. Texas Tammy's right there. She is. Texas Tammy's in there. Mark from the UK's in here. John M. What's happening, man? Colin from Scotland. There he is. Right there. The man right there, man. Guys, welcome. It's awesome to see everyone in here tonight. There's Lee. Back up, Lee. What up, Lee? Guys, welcome to the show. We got a lot to go over again. It is never ending with this stuff, man. And like 8 minutes before I was going live, my damn chickens. I looked at my chicken. My chickens are still out. I had to run down there, grab it. There's 2 more eggs in there. I had to grab those. They gave me 13 out of 16. That's not a bad ratio right there. Pat. Hi, Pat. Pat is here, guys. Pat is here. Pat. I showed that video that you sent me in Facebook yesterday, Pat. That was freaking phenomenal, as it was hilarious. There it was. So I did show that today. Let me see what we got going on over here. I got one from Roger in Facebook, and we're going to see. I just saw him. He sent me another one. I can't look at it right now. But, yes, we're going to play some. We got to get some videos, so we're going to get through all these articles tonight, guys, because we got some great videos to go over, and you're not going to want to miss them. So, hey, Jason, what's happening, Jason? All right, guys, get over here. Let's get busy because we're going to start off with J6 today. Just one article about this. Guys, remember Cassidy Hutchinson, the lying little bitch that lied about Trump going nutso and lunging at the Secret Service agent, grabbing the wheel, turning the wheel in his car, and then telling because they didn't take him to the Capitol. Well, that lying bitch has been referred to the DOJ for criminal charges. Man, it took him long enough. Now, do you think anything's going to happen? Do you think Pam Bondi can finally convict somebody of something, of criminal behavior that's been going on since this time? Oh, I doubt it. But guess what? We're going to find out. This is what came out today. Yes, it did come out today, this morning. Sometime I saw this, and I can't remember what time it was, but it came in. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, Dover, going ears only right now. Oh, man. I thought I had some bugs in my hair from flying out there. It's nice and warm today. Going to have storms tomorrow, so we'll see what happens with the show for tomorrow night. If it's still storming, I lose internet or power. We can't seem to do that only on good days. You don't usually do it in a storm. We usually use it on good days. But hey, want to get pissed off even more? That piece of shit Rhino Thune, Senate Majority Leader Thune, sparks anger among conservatives, says he will not vote for the SAVE Act. Oh, yes. Oh, and he's not the only one. Wait a second. Here we go. Mark Meadows reveals which senators are backing the SAVE Act and the ones have not done it, which he will not. That Thune said he will not bust up the filibuster to save the SAVE Act. This is a piece of shit that he is. But these guys will do it with a standing filibuster and which are still holding out. Now, listen to this. We got a whole list here. Jim Banks, Marsha Blackburn, Ted Budd, Katie Britt, Bill Cassidy, John Corwin, Ted Cruz, John Ernest, Bill Haggerty, Josh Hawley, Ron Johnson, Mike Lee, Cynthia Loomis, Roger Marshall, Dave McCormick, Ashley Moody, Bernie Marino, Mark Wayne Mullen, Ron Paul. That's a miracle. Jim Rich, Eric Schmidt, Ron Scott, Tim Shealy, and Dan Sullivan, and Tommy Tuberville will vote for this bill. Now, if any of these guys belong to you, you need to reach out to these people. They're pieces of shit. And not all of them are pieces of shit. I like some of these, but some of these are. John Barrasso, John Boozman, Shelley Moore Capito, Susan Collins, Tom Cotton, like Tom, Kevin Kramer, Mike Crapo, sounds like a good name, John Curtis, Steve Daines, Devin Fisher, Lindsey Graham, piece of shit, Chuck Grassley, like Chuck, John Hoven, Jim Justice, like Jim, John Kennedy, love John, James Langford, Mitch McConnell, piece of shit, Jerry Moran, Lisa Murkowski, piece of shit, Peter Ricketts, Tim Scott, like Tim, John Thune, piece of shit, Tom Tillis, Roger Wicker, and Todd Young are holding out. They are not on the list yet to vote for it, but it takes 60 people. We don't have enough in Republicans. We'll get one with Fetterman and the Democrats. These other ones, if any of them belong to you, get a call out to them. Tell them to get their dumb asses in there and vote for this to fix our freaking election. It's over with if they don't do something like this. I'm telling you what, you guys better watch and see, because it's going to get bad. If they get this SAVE Act, the cheating is never going to stop. We are never going to save our elections again. All right, on with some updates. Trump says the war will be over very soon. Well, Iran doesn't think so. They've had some massive explosions today. U.S. says that Iran is digging in and ramping up threats as war rages without a clear endpoint. Now, that is not a lie either, because the fact is, check this. No, if I see if it says that somewhere in here. Yeah, basically the next one. Here it is. Because U.S. to take Iran operation to a new level with the most intense day of strikes. That was today. And take a look at this strike that I showed you a video yesterday. I don't have a video on this. They wouldn't show me the video, but take a look at this still image. Now, that's a massive, massive explosion right there. Isn't that awesome? Even Pete Hegseth said tonight, he said, today will be yet again our most intense day of strikes inside Iran. He said that today during a media briefing. But that was an awesome image right there, isn't it? That is freaking phenomenal right there. Yes, sir, Bob. I love that image right there. Let me take it off my screen here real quick. All right, let's keep going here. We're going to get through these, like I said, real quick, because I want to show you the videos I did not get to yesterday, plus some new ones we got in here. Susan Collins and Murkowski make me sick. Vote with the Democrats 70. Exactly there, Gabs. They are pathetic pieces of shit. William B., what's going on, man? I heard Iran missile that looks a lot like a tomato. I did not hear that, Pat. I wish you could find me a picture of that. That'd be freaking awesome. All right, let's keep going. Trump not happy with Iran's choice of Khamenei's son as supreme leader. Well, take him out. Simple as that. It's not going to help the people of Iran if you have another dude like him in there and douchebag. Red, what's happening? Texas Red. Hi there. All right. Petraeus calls for immediate sanctions on Russia over alleged intelligence support to Iran. We talked about that for days, right? Last week. And they're saying, we didn't do it. What the hell do you think they're going to say? Yeah, we done it. They're our enemy. We can't believe a damn word they're saying. That's just like the Muslims. You can't believe them. You definitely can't believe Iran are our enemies. That's for sure. Don't give them the time of day. Take them out. All righty then. Iran regime cited as Trump administration sets to designate Sudan's Muslim Brotherhood a terror group. I wish that he would just designate all Muslims a terror group. They are not a religion. They're an ideology of hate. And this is what needs to be done. They need to ban it all, ban all Muslims. I'm sorry, it's not a religion. It is an ideology of hate. And they're proving it time and time again. The IS Gap report, Muslim Brotherhood claims a 100-year plan to influence U.S. institutions, infiltration into the United States schools and civil rights groups, ties to foreign governments like Quarter, and shares ideological goals with extremist groups. They are all this way. So they are proving a point by doing Sudan's Muslim Brotherhood. Do them all. Be done with them. This is the problem. I saw a video earlier on X that these damn little kids attack an old guy, Muslim kids. Oh yeah, teenagers attack an old guy on the streets of New York just because they do not like, and they prove it again. They are born and bred this way in all their mosques. They are bred that way, and you guys got to watch your back being around them. Exactly, Shell. Ban Sharia law first and foremost. There is no other law other than our Constitution. I don't give two shits what anybody says, especially the fucking liberals and the freaking Muslims. I could care. There is nothing I could listen to a Muslim and listen to him. And it is. It's a cult. That's a fact, Sean. That is a fact right there. All right, Gab, sounds good. Yes, it's getting out of control, guys. These people are out of control. They think they can do what they want and get away with it. And guess what? They are. They're getting away with it. We're going to see what these two punks got for doing what they did in New York. But coming up here in a second or a little bit about that. I'm not going to go into it right now until we get there. Trump targeted by 4 FBI codename counterintelligence probes that ensnared hundreds of Americans. Kash Patel is bringing this out. Donald Trump and his supporters were targeted by 4 consecutive FBI codename counterintelligence investigations over the last decade that secretly subjected hundreds of innocent Americans to privacy invading tactics and essentially treated the man, twice elected president, as a national security threat for most of the first 9 years of his political career. This is what they're finding out in the FBI now. But will anything get done about it? Like everything else that we're hearing from these people, nothing gets done about it. We're finally seeing all the corruption being told to us, but with zero outcome. So what good does it do? We could give you the information, and what happens? Do we get any relief from it? We get any justice from it? Hell no. We get nothing from it. So what's going off right now? Fox News. Nah, that's about elections. And I don't like News Nation, so I'll erase those later. Gotta have a hell of a show again tomorrow night, guys. If as long as the storms hold out, we'll see what happens. But that's what's going on, guys. We know about that FBI showing us that under the Biden regime and everything, everybody were being spied on by both sides. No matter what you have. If you own a cell phone, you're being spied on. You own an Alexa or a Google Nest, you're being spied on. You got a doorbell camera, you're being spied on. It doesn't matter. Anything that hooks to the internet that's got a camera, you're being spied on. So make sure you guys, if you don't want to be spied on, and my naked ass will stand right in front of an Alexa, and I will give them a show you won't believe. Oh, yes, sir. You want to watch my fat ass in front of you? Yeah, I'll put you right there. Uh-huh. You won't watch what you want to see. Cecil, what's happening over there in Wimpkin? Cecil's in here. I haven't seen Cecil for a while. Welcome, Cecil. All right, next. What do we got next? Oh, Trump rejects Biden's executive privilege claim. Says it's not in the best interest of the United States. That's the same words Biden used against Trump. Oh, yeah, using his executive power. So what is happening here? The White House has rejected an attempt by President? No, hell no. Propped up Joe Biden to use executive privilege to present to prevent Congress from seeing documents related to the investigation that included Biden's use of AutoPen and the Biden's family financial dealings. Why would you need those privileges if you did nothing wrong? They say Biden's broke, but he's getting one of the highest retirement packages any president has ever seen. But they're saying they're broke. So they're trying to stop them from getting their illegal activities going on even more. I don't even know why they're worried about it, because nothing's going to happen, because they're all in bed together. They're all covering each other's asses, and they're just trying to blow smoke up our asses. That's what they're trying to do. It's as simple as that. Phone, TV, smart meters, Echo, Alexa, rings, etc. Yep, fuck all of them. That's for facts, Shell. They're all going to spy on you no matter what. I proved it time and time again. My wife and I were talking about something. We were just sitting there talking about something, and then I go to pick up my phone and look, guess what? It said exactly what we were talking about. Oh yeah, they're listening no matter what. It's unreal, guys. You got to try that someday. Just go in there and pick it up and go to the search tab, and whatever you talked about will come up in your search tab. Really, Texas? She doesn't own a cell phone. Wow. That's impressive right there. Keep Texas red over there and get her. Yeah, she said she doesn't own a cell phone. That is impressive right there. All right, new DOJ files reveal that. Oh, remember me talking to you about that guard that was Googling Epstein prior to finding his body? What I didn't know is that before his death, this guy made a $5,000 deposit just a few days earlier. Oh, yeah. Kind of funny what the records showed us. So they're still looking into it and seeing what's up with this. But yeah, he made a $5,000 deposit, which is not enough to go to prison for. If you're covering up for somebody or doing something, it's not worth $5,000. Please, better get up into some more zeros there, you dumbasses. FBI secretly seizes voting records of major battleground county. We were talking about this before over there in Arizona. Oh, yeah. The dumb bitch over there, governor's hiding everything. And of course, my computer should be going faster. I'm getting rid of articles. Instead, it's going slower. Because before the FBI subpoenaed congressional observers flagged commingled ballots in Maricopa County. So this is what's going on right now. We talked about that the other day, and they raided this place and took 700 boxes or something like that, and they're still going through this stuff to prove the fact. But what happens, guys? If you can answer me this. iPad. Oh, that's pretty good, Red. She uses her iPad, though. What happens when they prove everything right, which have already been proven, that the election was stolen? Even in Maricopa County would just top it off. We already got Georgia, we know was stolen. Now we got Arizona and Maricopa County. We know they were rigged there. What happens if they find out it was stolen? Can somebody answer me that? That is your pop quiz for tonight, guys. Get me the answer and email it to me, or Facebook, or text me, or whatever. You guys, some of you guys got my number. So text me the answer to this. I guess they think we will forget, but we are elephant. Exactly. The yoke's on them. That's right, Madeline. We will not forget. Hobbs stole the election from Kerry Lake. Fact. That is a fact, Gabby girl. That is a fact. So this is what's going on. So what happens? Not a damn thing. That's what I'm saying. But if you guys can get me a real answer, I'd appreciate that. Schumer versus Schumer. We got you right here, guys. Damning footage exposes Democrat flip-flop on IDs, voter ID laws. We show this so many times, that the Democrats are wanting to ban, illegal criminals from in here. The question is, Shell, what happens when they guaranteed to find out that they stole the 2020 election from Trump? What would happen? We already know Georgia is. Now we got Arizona. What would actually happen if they proved without a shadow of doubt that more states are going to find out that this election was stolen? What would happen? That's the question, guys. Give me the answer, would you? Now, Chuck Schumer, back in 1996, talking about having to show ID for stuff. Take a listen. Compared to now.
Let's admit the truth. Everywhere people go, they're asked for a Social Security card. In fact, one way to prove you're a bona fide person who can have a job is to ask for a driver's license and a Social Security card. This is an anti-fraud amendment. Over where we go, people say, well, why can't you stop illegal immigrants or others from coming here? And the number one answer we give our constituents is when they come here, they can get jobs, get benefits against the law because of fraud. And here, the gentleman from Florida has put together the most effective anti-fraud measure we can find without it changing the actions of the government one bit. And we find all this opposition. Ladies and gentlemen of this chamber, what I worry about is that this bill, which started out with good intentions, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, is going to end up being the same kind of thing that the public gets angry with us on. We say we're doing something, and we do nothing. Because every time someone makes a rational and small proposal to get something done, people say, well, what about this hypothetical, that hypothetical, etc. I urge support of this amendment. If you believe you want to stop fraud in immigration, you have no choice but to support this amendment.
Gentleman's time has expired.
About 83% of the American people, including majority Democrats, support voter ID laws.
Well, yeah, the voter ID laws that, first, each state can have its own voter ID laws, and some do and some don't. But secondly, what they are proposing in this so-called SAVE Act is like Jim Crow 2.0. They make it so hard to get any kind of voter ID that more than 20 million legitimate people, mainly poorer people and people of color, will not be able to vote under this law. We will not let it pass in the Senate. We are fighting it tooth and nail. It's an outrageous proposal that is, that shows the sort of political bias of the MAGA right. They don't want poor people to vote. They don't want people of color to vote because they often don't vote for them.
Birth certificate, marriage license. Pass the SAVE Act, dummies.
Don't you just love it? They can say what they want back in the day, but it's the total opposite now. And at the end there, he said, I love this part. They're keeping blacks from voting. How the hell do you keep anybody from voting? You don't. If you are a registered voter in this country, you vote. They only want to tell you that they want the illegals to vote. That's all it's about. It's a fact that it is what it is. He's a piece of shit, and we show this every time something comes up with these Democrats. These people are so worried more about Trump, and Trump's going to be gone in 3 years. But these people are so deranged, they can't focus on anything else. They have not done one thing to help the American people in this country. They have not done one thing to bring down the prices that they took up and skyrocketed out of place. Nothing. They've done nothing. And this is what they're focused on every damn day of the week, 24 hours and 7 days a week. They are focused on Trump, hating Trump, getting everybody to hate Trump. This is what they do. They don't do anything for the American people, and they're too fucking stupid to believe it. These dumb liberals sit there going, yeah, that's right. We just hate Trump. Why? Oh, he's a fascist. He's a racist. He's a rapist. All this shit. This is what they put. But they don't do anything. So this is how stupid and demented the whole Democrat Party and their followers are. They are too damn stupid. Hi, Bree. If fraud is proven in an election, it can result in a redo or legal proceeding to determine the winner. Okay, I can understand that. But what happens to everything that the Democrats did from day one of Biden's prop up all the way through the 4 years that they were in there, corrupt as hell? So what happens with all that? Does that mean all of the auto pen shit and the paroles and everything that he did are gone? Does that mean everybody that's taken money from the Democrats have to give it back? Every executive order that brain dead idiot supposedly signed, do they all go away and everything goes back? And then Trump goes in there and says, okay, so that means Trump did 12 years. What? No, well, 3, 6, 9 years. So what? See what I'm getting at here? So does all this, you take everything back, you got all the money back from everybody that the Democrats blew, like trillions of dollars that they blew. I think it was $8 trillion. So that you see where I'm going with that part of it. And hi, Bree, welcome to the show. And that's a great comment there. In these cases, I bet nothing happens. Absolutely, Bree. All right, let's keep going. Biden appointed judge in the hot seat after DHS fires back at false claims about ICE facility. This dumbass judge gets on there and tells them in Baltimore, says that they have to fix all these problems going on in the Baltimore ICE detention center, when none of it's true. They have a better detention center there than any of them, even state ones. They said illegal aliens in custody are provided food, because this is what the judges tell them, that the conditions are unbelievable. They're including reducing the number of detainees and held there at one time, improving access to food, hygiene, and medical care. And the illegal criminals are provided food, water, blankets, hygiene products. The spokesman from DHS said this judge is sitting there lying his ass off, or her, I can't even remember who it is. But this is the shit that we're going through right now with these activist judges. Why are they not focused on getting these activist judges the hell out of there? They can sit there and lie every day and nothing happens. There's something wrong with this. All right. Hey, Violent Vixen, shoot over there and get her right there. There she is. Guys, if you didn't check out Rebel Chick with a Cause, check it out. You guys will love it. Another great show. Democrats of 2008. Today's Republicans, the Democrats went crazy left. And oh, yes, they did. That's for a fact, right? Exactly, Red. Fuck them federal liberal judges. Every damn one of them. All righty then. What do we got next here? We're going to get through these, like I said, real quick here. Oh, a shocking new NBC poll reveals American voters' true feelings about ICE and Democrats. Well, the fact is that they love ICE and they do not like Democrats. Let me see if this one's it. Democrats are viewed less favorable than the GOP. Take a look at this real quick.
The Democratic Party is less popular than ICE. Now, this is according to a new NBC News poll. Just 30% of respondents had a positive view of Democrats. 52% had a negative view, for an overall net rating of -22. Please don't ask me to explain poll math, but to put that -22 into context, the same figure was -12 for President Trump, -14 for the Republican Party, and -18 for ICE. Not good news for the left. And frankly, with everyone in the red, it appears Americans are overwhelmingly frustrated right now. The only person, place, or thing less popular than Democrats? Iran. It's Iran. The ongoing partial government shutdown impacting the Department of Homeland Security, prompted by the Democrats, probably isn't helping them right about now. Now isn't a great time to withhold funding for national security. ABC News is reporting that Iran has sent out a possible, quote, operational trigger to activate sleeper assets around the globe in response to the war with the U.S. and Israel. The coded signal was reportedly given after the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and prompted a federal alert to be sent to U.S. law enforcement agencies. With that kind of potential threat, I imagine it would be a good time to make sure those areas of the DHS that are currently strained by the shutdown get back to work with paychecks.
And you believe that come from New York Post? Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Remember when I went to Butler for Trump's second time there after his attempted assassination? I was talking to a New York Post dude there, and he's a piece of shit, and I told him that too. He said, we're more favorable to Trump than any of them. Get the fuck out of here. No, you're not. And this surprised me when I saw that. Hey, Tom over there on Facebook. What's going on, man? All right, let me get this here going here, guys. All right, let's get back to my videos here. Did I take that one out? Yeah, because I got some you got to see. But that it is. An NBC poll, that is shocking as hell. Hey, Jesse Jackson's son was pissed at Obama, Harris, and Biden for turning his dad's funeral into an anti-Trump speech. Yes, I'm not lying. Take a listen to him yourself.
Yesterday, I listened for several hours of 3 United States presidents who do not know Jesse Jackson. He maintained a tense relationship with the political order, not because the presidents were white or black, but the demands of our message, the demands of speaking for the least of these, those who were disinherited, the damned, the dispossessed, the disrespected, demanded not Democratic or Republican solutions, but demanded a consistent, prophetic voice that at no point in time ever sold us out as a people. And it speaks volumes about who the Reverend Jesse Jackson was.
You saw that for yourself. That boy was pissed at those dumbasses. You don't go to a funeral and you start bashing political opponents. You're there to remember the guy that freaking died, you idiots. This is what the pathetic Democrats are. Oh my God. I don't blame him for going off like that. That's crazy right there. All right. And Bree said it right too. We were talking about those transitioning drugs. She must be a nurse, obviously. I said she's seen him. The drugs that they use to transition these mental freaks over cause mental problems. So absolutely, Bree. Holy hell. Okay, let's keep going. What else we got? Oh, let's get into New York a little bit. One of the suspects in New York terror probe planned attack bigger than the Boston Marathon bombing. But you know what, guys? With this being said, I got a couple more articles over this. The problem I have with this, it just seems funny that bombs that they've used before in the past that these Muslims do have worked. These ones happen to not work. It's just funny how that works, don't you think? Not only that, is the DOJ said New York City IED suspects admitted that they were inspired by ICE to perpetrate violence while only just by their phones. So they serve warrants in New Jersey and Pennsylvania as feds look into possible New York City terrorism plots. So this is more than just these two idiots on there with these fake ass bombs or whatever they were, but they weren't supposed to be fake, but they ended up, thank God, because they would have killed multiple people. And those guys were just standing there looking around like, what the hell going on? And some of the videos that I saw, the fucking idiot reporters just standing there watching this dude light a fuse and throw that sumbitch, and they just stood there and watched. That could have been the end of every single one of them idiots. Now, today, the streets near McDumey's Grace Mansion again closed for a suspicious package to find out that the package was bullshit. So this just makes me wonder. Now going again today, some kind of package in McDumey's home. Is this just made up to give him PR, to make him look better? Say, my own people are trying to get me. This is what you get Muslims. They all lie. So I just can't bring myself to believe this stuff is going on. And not one of those bombs worked. Does anybody else see what I'm talking about? Man, that was a raw false flag. Yes, I'm telling you. That's what I think too, Stu Gabs. It just makes me wonder. They want content creators to stick to 1 and 2 narratives, period. Oh, ain't that the truth, Vic? But the most dishonest headline we've ever seen from the New York Times on the headline, the Islamist IED attack. Did you guys remember this? Did you hear about this? That they said that explosives that were found in New York. This is what New York Times put. Oh, yeah. Not that they were thrown by these Muslim idiots, these jihadists, but they were found. They were just laying around, being found. This is how bad New York Times is. How can they stay in business? They're lying their asses off when everybody saw it live on camera. These Muslims throwing these bombs, lighting the fuse on camera. We've got a still picture right here, which I did not download, of him holding the bomb while the fuse was being lit down. And New York Times says, well, they were just found. Wow, right? That's fact, Red. Islam is the problem. They need out of our country. We don't need them here. They are not taking over our country. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If we, the people, have to do something about it, it's going to get ugly. That's a fact. Excuse me there. All right, here we go. This is a nutcase that Bree was talking about right here with the drugs and all this shit. Pro-trans activist threatens to kill protester on camera. Says, I'm going to hunt you down and fucking kill you. These are her words, not mine. Take a listen.
I said, hi, Trev. This man next to you. Great. Yeah. What age do you think a girl's mature enough to have? I think that's a decision for herself, her providers, and her parents. How did you feel about your body you were going through treatment? I have lots of different feelings about it, but you know what? I'm just going to go over here and stand. I'm not going to supply to you. Okay. Next to the counter for hatred. You guys, it's not hatred to tell a child that they grow up to be healthy and whole. Girl top surgery. Kaiser Permanente charges over $100 copay, and the surgeon makes $25,000. I was approved for a phalloplasty with 2 appointments over Zoom. My doctor told me I could have a fake penis that would allow me to either pee standing up or to have penetrative sex, but not both. Do you think your transgender child might one day have top surgery and a phalloplasty? Is that something you would allow them to have? You know, they make a phalloplasty out of the skin tissue on your thigh or your forearm. It's like a skin sausage. It's a fake penis. $130,000. I'm gonna hunt you down and Wait, you can't say that. You can't tell somebody you're gonna kill them. You can't say that.
You see that? Nutcases. There you go, Bree. You're proven right. Right again. Right there it is. Man, oh days, these fucking people are nuts. I'm telling you what. Here's a funny one. I love this one. We're going to take our trip down to Georgia right now. We haven't talked about Miss Piggy for a while. Judge denies Fannie Willis, Miss Piggy herself, an attempt to withhold payment as co-defendants are seeking nearly $17 million payback for their legal fees. Yes, sirree, Bob. This is freaking phenomenal. She's trying to stop it, and the judge just threw her under the bus and said, no, you pay the shit. You're the dumbass that screwed up and forced all these lies and people to go to court for no reason. Pay up, bitch. Miss Piggy needs to go in jail too, I'm telling you what. And my last thing I got for you before so we can show these videos, guys, get this Democrat bill in Colorado. I had to show that this just came in tonight. At 7:30 I got this or something like that. But if you didn't hear about this, take a listen to this. A bill in Colorado would make it illegal to own images. We're talking pictures of guns. I'm not lying. That are too detailed. You're not going to allow to have pictures of a gun that can say details of a gun. This is the Democrats in Colorado. Holy shit. I cannot believe these people. This is how much more dementia can we go through with these people? These people are nuttier than fruitcakes. They're going to outlaw pictures of weapons. Holy shit. I'm not lying. You can't make this shit up, guys. You can't. It's just crazy like that, right? All right, guys, let's have a couple videos here. You saw the nutcase. We're going to get rid of her. Here is Nick Shirley just now exposed what McDummy is doing to New York City. The crime rate in New York City is through the roof. Take a look at it.
So today here in New York City, the mayor Zohar Mamdani called protester Jake Lang a white supremacist, but he failed to mention that the two men who threw literal bombs at him are two Muslims, and he didn't even call them terrorists. He actually didn't even condemn that. But meanwhile, here in New York City, you also have all these people. This is the famous Canal Street. And look, now they start freaking out because I put a camera on their face. But they sell all this stuff, counterfeit goods. Meanwhile, all this madness is happening here in New York City. Nothing ever gets solved. They let criminals do whatever. Whether you say this is criminal or not, it is. They're selling fraudulent goods, not paying taxes on it. Meanwhile, you're working hard right now. But these guys are able to make loads of cash and pocket it all in their pocket without ever even having to pay tax. So then watch, as soon as I put a camera on any of these fraudsters, these scammers, watch how they just freak out. How much? Show your face? No face? How come? How come? Look, they make lots of cash. They know they're doing stuff wrong. That's why they won't show their faces here on camera. And they're making thousands of dollars. So you have a mayor who's not willing to call terrorists who are literally throwing bombs in the city of New York City. They have a bomb squad there right now checking out everything because of how bad it is. Look, how much? How much? How much? Why? What's wrong? What's wrong? You doing something wrong? See, they know they're doing stuff wrong. That's why they all freak out. No, I'm all right. Thank you, ma'am. They know they're doing stuff wrong. That's why they freak out. And you really do have a lawless New York City right now. You have a mayor who's not condemning anything. The only thing he is condemning is a protester. He's a Christian protester. You might not agree with all his tactics. I agree. Some of his tactics are a bit wild. But he calls him a white supremacist, but he won't call the terrorist. That's a little crazy.
I don't have to turn to think that. Now, you heard it yourself right there. Crime is rampant in New York just because of this Muslim idiot in there, guys. All right, let's get into little Tim Walz. I didn't get to show you yesterday. Tim Walz didn't come prepared to this hearing that they told him about weeks prior to. And we got two of them. So take a listen to this first one.
How much money was spent on autism in Minnesota in 2017, Governor?
I don't have those numbers in front of me, Congresswoman.
Did you prepare for this hearing today? Did you do any preparation
I take
for this
Congress
hearing today?
seriously.
And you've seen the numbers about autism fraud in Minnesota. So we're going to do some Minnesota math with you today, okay? Are you ready? How much money was spent on 2017 for autism in Minnesota? How much?
I don't know. I wasn't the governor.
Okay. Did you not just say that you prepared for this hearing today? $1 million, okay? A quick Google search or using your AI could tell you $1 million was spent. How much money was spent on autism in Minnesota in 2024?
I don't have the number in front of me.
Were you governor in 2024?
I was, but I'm not the
Okay,
head
so
of
your
HHS.
excuse before that you didn't know what 2017 autism numbers were because you were not governor, and today you can't answer the numbers about 2024 as governor. And you still said you prepared for this hearing today. It's unbelievable. $343 million was spent in 2024. What percent increase is that from 1 million to 343 million? What percentage increase is that?
I'm not here to be your prop. Go ahead and tell me.
Are you governor of Minnesota or not?
Yes, I am.
Math is 34,200% increase, an increase of 343 times what it was in this time period. Do you know the number of children in Minnesota?
I know that Minnesota ranked as a top 3 state for children in the last year.
What is the total population in Minnesota?
5.7 million.
Okay. What is the total population of children in Minnesota?
I don't have the number in front of me right now.
Are you governor of Minnesota?
I know 400,000 were cut out of health care last week by the actions you made.
Are you governor of Minnesota?
I am.
Obviously, he's not. And he didn't take Congress seriously because he had no answers. That's just the first one. Take a look at this one.
Governor, why didn't you tell the truth? Why didn't you just tell the truth about the Feeding Our Future program. This program, my understanding, received $3 million the first year. Within a couple years was getting $200 million of taxpayer money. Whistleblowers raised concerns. As the chairman said, auditors raised concerns. Everybody raised concerns. March 30th, 2021, the payments are stopped. And a little over a month later, the payments are restarted. Why didn't you tell the truth about why you restarted the payments?
Well, Chairman, we did tell you. And Feeding Our Future grew because of the pandemic. And
I didn't ask that question. I said, why didn't you tell the truth about why you restarted the payments? The payments stopped because there were concerns, obviously. You wouldn't stop the payments. Then they're restarted a month later. What was the reason for restarting the payments?
my understanding was the agency believed that the court had required them to make those payments.
And that was false, wasn't it? You repeated that. You said that, didn't you? You said that's why the reason. You said the reason you restarted is because the court ordered you to do so. Is that right?
I don't believe that is settled yet, to the best of my knowledge.
Well, I think it is, because the court did something that I just don't. I don't know if I've ever seen it. They issued a statement saying you were wrong in what you were saying. This is from the court. It says, Feeding Our Future versus Minnesota Department of Education, correcting reports and statements by Governor Tim Walz concerning orders issued by the court. Here's what the judge says. Governor Tim Walz told the media that the Minnesota Department of Education attempted in payments to FOF because of possible fraud, but that Judge Guthman ordered payments to continue in April 2021. Next sentence. That is false. So I want to know, why didn't you tell the truth?
Congressman, the attorneys at the Department of Education interpreted that differently. Both of those judges are no longer on the bench, and I think that interpretation.
The very first sentence. This is the court speaking. First sentence, first 7 words. Due to inaccurate statements by the governor, Ramsey County District Court judge has issued and authorized this following news release. That's pretty straightforward. So the court's lying?
I can't tell you, Congressman, but the interpretation
somebody's lying. Somebody's lying, because you can't say the court ordered you to restart the payments, and then the court says we didn't order you to restart the payments. So either you're lying or the court's lying. And I'm just asking you, which one is it?
I just simply know what the attorneys at the agency believed, that it was a misinterpretation. And I would note that those payments.
Could it be you were trying to?
So the attorneys are right and the judges are wrong in this case. I can't go see how that happened when the judges said that they did not tell him to restart the payments, and he's saying the attorneys told him he could. He's the dumb son of a bitch. That's for a fact right there. Lying? God, he should be in jail for lying to Congress. Holy shit, this is bad. All right, one more, guys, before we go. Here is a surgery from hell. This is a friend of mine from Facebook, Roger. Thank you for this, Roger. It's hilarious. You guys are not going to want to miss this. Take a look.
This is 30-year-old Garrett McKenna. He's claiming that a doctor accidentally switched his penis and nose during a surgery last month.
I was put under to get my appendix removed, and when I woke up, my penis had been glued between my eyes.
Garrett says the surgeon's mistake has turned his life upside down.
My penis is on my face now, and my nose is sewn to my crotch, so I pee from up here, and I smell from down there.
You think this is spoiled? I can't tell.
Let me see. Oh, that smells fine.
Garrett says he's having a hard time understanding how this happened.
The appendix is nowhere near the penis or nose, but they are medical professionals, and I trust that it was an honest mistake.
When asked for comment, the doctor who performed Garrett's surgery said this.
It was not an honest mistake. That was utterly intentional. I just wanted to see if I could do it.
And to make matters worse, Garrett was recently fired from his job.
My coworker accused me of masturbating at my desk, which is untrue. I was picking my nose.
He says the silver lining throughout all of this has been his girlfriend's support.
We said we'd always be there for each other through thick and thin. And this is really a testament to that promise.
Yeah, when I said thick and thin, I was thinking financial problems. His dick is on his face. There's no chance that I stay with him.
As a result of losing his job, Garrett says he no longer has health insurance.
I lost my health insurance, so the reversal procedure is pretty much out of my budget. But sneezing feels amazing now, so that's one good thing.
Is that what they call transitioning? Hey, Bree, that's your answer right there. Is that what transitioning over? Oh, oh my God. I could not help that. That was just too freaking funny right there. Oh, I had to do it, guys. Oh, yeah. We're going to get into some more funny videos tomorrow. We got one I found a long time ago, and it says Happy Birthday, America. But it's kind of one that you've got to see right off the bat. So I might play that first thing tomorrow, guys. But thank you for joining me tonight, guys. We had a hell of a time in chat. I couldn't even keep up. It's awesome. In chat, you guys were great. That's why I do this, guys. So, love you. Don't forget, join me tomorrow night again. As long as the storms hold out, I'll be here. So, I'm going to get down here, and I'm not doing hardly anything tomorrow, but coming down here working on the show. Go out and work out. May do one thing in the bathroom. I got to get some more pictures for you guys, and because you haven't seen none of them yet, what I've done. I'm going to get them all done, and then I'll show you. So, hey, guys, thank you for joining me tonight, and I'm going to leave you with this, because we've covered a lot of ground tonight, guys, from the desert sands of the Middle East to the very corridors of power where they think they can hide the truth behind redacted pages. But before I let you go, I want you to remember one thing. The headlines are designed to make you feel small. They want you to feel like the world is spinning out of control and there's nothing that you can do about it but watch. And what you have exhausted, they want you exhausted, they want you distracted, and the more than anything, they want you silent. But they forgot something. They forgot who they're dealing with. They forgot that the conservative viewpoint isn't just a title on the screen. It's a way of life. Because of you, it's the belief that truth is worth fighting for, that your family is worth protecting, and that this country, this incredible, resilient experiment in liberty, is worth every ounce of our courage. History doesn't entrust the care of freedom to the timid. It belongs to the ones who stand up when it's uncomfortable. It belongs to the ones who speak up when they are told to sit down. It belongs to you. So go out there tomorrow. Be the light in your community. Stand firm in your principles. Don't back down. Don't apologize for loving this country. And never, ever let them tell you your voice doesn't matter. I'm your host, Charlie, and this has been The Conservative Viewpoint. We'll be right back here tomorrow night, 9 p.m. sharp, to do it all over again, guys. Right after the Rebel Chick with a Cause. That starts at 7 p.m., guys. So until then, God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And I'll see you back here live tomorrow night. Good night, everyone.